rushing the time, boy. So for the ones that almost choke on their food because they was like, what? Is that time already? I do apologize. So now it's what? 6 minutes past the hour of 1 o'clock. 6 minutes past the hour of 1 p.m. Alright? So we good. Tempo takeover. You're actually DJ Anderson alongside Chris Beats. And today, it's an open forum Monday. So the phone lines are open, and we want to hear from you. Well, I want to hear from you. Chris want to hear from you. The Street 919 FM wants to hear from you. What's on your mind? What's the issues you're facing in your area, especially with all the heavy rain we've been having? Have you experienced flooding, property damage, or any other concerns you'd like to raise with the relevant ministries? I would definitely like to hear from you guys, because I know that yesterday we had a lot of downpours, and also today. Have you or anyone that you know has been affected? Has there been any major flooding in your area, property damage, or even if you have any other concerns, anything that you want to raise? As I said, it's open. It's an open forum Monday. Let's talk. Let me know what happened over the weekend. But staying with the downpour of this rain, because I believe that we're still under a yellow alert, which ends at 6 p.m. today. Now here's something very interesting though. So I read an article earlier on where the mayor of Chaguanas is pointing fingers at the previous administration, blaming them for the flooding that occurred yesterday. Hey, what happened there? Let's see. Let me check. Yeah, my apologies. So yeah, the mayor of Chaguanas, he's actually pointing fingers at the previous administration. He's blaming them for the flooding that occurred yesterday, calling it a nearly a decade of neglect. He's saying because the previous administration that was there for almost a decade didn't do anything, which is the root of all the flooding that is happening in Chaguanas. Now the greatest thing is, I have been living in Central for over 20 years, and I've never known like there are particular areas in Central, it don't matter what, it's always flooding. So I am sorry, but the mayor of Chaguanas, I honestly think you're playing smart with foolishness. And generally speaking, I believe that it's time now that these people who hold these high positions in offices, they need to do more. Every time they come in front of a mic now, or in front of the media, it's always blame this one and blame that one. Now, I've seen too that in particular areas that normally would have flooded due to the heavy downpour of rain yesterday, didn't. And I want us to be fair in our thoughts, because I've been hearing people saying that because there's a new administration now that has only been there for 2 weeks, it's because of them. That's why some of these areas didn't flood. But let's be fair. Let's be honest. So you're trying to tell me the administration before, the previous administration. And I'm trying to be as fair as possible here. Over, let's say, for the last 6 months. Some of the measures, some of the work that they would have done. You all don't think that is because of that. That is why some of these areas have not been affected as it would have previously happened during the rainy season last year and so forth. We need to give credit where credit is due. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your take on this and whatever other issues you may want to raise. Call us now and let your voice be heard. Whether it's about the flooding, the infrastructure, or any other issues affecting your community, we're here for it all. And you guys know the numbers by now. But just in case that you probably have forgotten, no, this is the first time that you log on to the Street 919 FM. Here are those numbers once more.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Could be a part of the conversation. 342-0081 466-5391. You guys can also send a WhatsApp message as well. Feel free. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Me, right? Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, good afternoon. I want to ask DCP Martin, Suzette Martin. Now, I saw a video where former police officer Wayne Head, he's Dr. Wayne Head now out there in Africa, he is saying how she's such a good investigating officer and and you know, and people saying all this type of thing about the arrest of Ola Christopher, the commissioner.
Right.
My question to DCP Martin is, the country, I think, wants to know who is the person ordered those sniper rifles. Because up to now, we don't know who it is ordered it. All we know, documents were presented to the commissioner. She signed, and then the bacchanal start. So right now, the country don't know who ordered those guns and where they are right now. That is the question I have for DCP Martin. Let us know where your investigation has reached, because somebody ordered it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
But this Mr. Lahokita here.
Mr. Lahokita, welcome. Good afternoon. Hope that you had a good weekend.
Well, it was, you know, besides the the rainfall and thing, but thank God I don't live in a flood-prone area, so I was only hearing the showers on top of my roof. What was your weekend?
It was good. Thankfully, where I live, I don't experience that, so I'm thankful that I didn't have to go through any problems of any flood and so forth.
Well, that's a blessing.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyhow, I want to speak about the drainage because I worked in the system. As I told you before, I worked 27 years in local government, and I worked 10 years in the Ministry of Works, right, including 2 years as a supervisor in drainage division. But what's happening is that the drains and the water courses are not properly maintained. One, because they claim one of the situations cited, they say staff or labor shortage. Right?
Right.
What should be all? As I tell people, when I was a work supervisor, I went right up to a CEO in a corporation from a checker. Yeah. Although I was a laborer too, but I only worked for 2. When I left school in 1975, I worked 2 at Christmas time. They gave the government at the time. They gave people 10 days. Came from school for because Christmas time. They made sure people have something to eat. Whether once you're over the age of 18, you will get a little 10 days relief. Whoop. Anyhow, but going back to the water courses, they are not properly maintained, and that is one of the big issues. Right? We know we only have 2 seasons here, wet and a dry. That is how I call it. From the time the dry season comes in January, water, you should have people, well, we call them gangs here, but I'll call them the labor force. Right? Your labor force, your manual labor force, going out and clear out all water courses. And then that's in the local government system now. The Ministry of Works is responsible for all the large rivers, for the maintenance of the large rivers. So they have their part to play. So even if the larger water courses are not cleared, there will be a problem. And if the rivulets or the smaller rivers within the corporations are not cleared, it will be the same problem. But the thing is, the water courses fall under 2 different ministries, right? The smaller water courses under the local government system, and the larger water courses under the Ministry of Works Drainage Division. So a lot of attention should be paid in clearing up those water courses from the time January reach. You do it until now, when May into June, and then it's a problem, right? So it's negligent. Not only now, but it's a negligent kind of a maintenance system. That is really the cause of the flooding as far as I see people live in it or work in it.
Right.
About it, right?
Okay.
So from now on, we'll take what they call a proactive approach, and these water courses will be start to be cleared from January coming. And it's not only now under this government, it's many years. I always was against that kind of thing where people want to clean water courses in the height of the rainy season. It's not really now it happens. I want to be frank with them. As I tell you, I live and I work on it. So thanks for your call. I wanted to go out, but then as I looked to change my clothes, until the rain started to fall, so I said, see me, let me stay put. So nice show, and you continue. And you have me. I wasn't around Friday, but you have me busy.
All right. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for your contribution. But before you go though,
yeah,
would you like, for instance, like what the mayor would have said in Chaguanas, as you know, as he said, over a decade now, is because of the that neglect from the previous administration is the reason why these places are still being flooded in Chaguanas. Would you agree with that statement?
Well, I mentioned before, once you neglect the water courses, they will react on you. Right? That's the problem. I was explaining that to you a while ago. Once you do not clear these water courses in the height of the dry season, right? It will turn around on you. That's NATIA's plan. Yeah? Right? And you see, it has some areas flooded, cannot be, you can't stop flooding to it. Because what they call the where you're on the plains or the lower levels, right? Right? You have to pay particular attention to your plains, because the water coming down from the hills, especially in times of high tides, that's another factor to high tides, right? The high tides choke the water also, and the water only flows out from the river mouth only when the high tide from the sea recedes. Right? But a key component is you must maintain all your water courses. Right? So the flooding wouldn't be massive. Right?
All right. Thanks very much, Mr. Lahoketa. Keep it locked.
Yeah, man, brother. Thanks. I tell you, you have a busy, man. Yeah.
All right.
It's a blessing. I want to play that tune for me if you have time.
What's that?
By Bakadan. It's a blessing.
Oh, we played it earlier, but we're going to make sure and squeeze it back for you then.
Yeah, man. I didn't hear it, but thanks.
All right. No problem. Thanks.
Yeah, you take care, brother.
Yeah. So, if you have just turned on your radio, we just have an open forum Monday. We know it's wet on the outside, but there's so much happened over the weekend. Some areas would have been flooded. Let me know what is on your mind. If you have any issues to report, feel free to call us and let us know. Hi, welcome.
Hello, good day.
Good day.
I was in a call. I wanted to know who all of you guys and where they are, but the businessman who all of you guys presented himself to the police, but he was released. So I just want to let them know that.
Say that again.
I don't know where the guns are.
Say that again, sir.
The person who all of you guys was the businessman, he presented himself to the police.
Yes.
But he was later let off without further ado. But I don't know where the guns are at this time. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks so much for giving us that information.
Yeah, man, cool.
Yeah. So yes, when they had arrested our former commissioner of police, Miss Erla Christopher, I remember that person went to he presented himself with his attorney, Mr. Umlala, because they say that they were looking for him to ask him certain questions and so forth. He presented himself, and I believe that he was released. Yeah. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Chris Beat. What's going on? What are ready there, man?
KFC, good afternoon, sir. How are you?
I want to say good afternoon to my two brothers that we do TNTC.
Well, right. So, I know.
We find them.
Right. Good. Well, that's good.
I am Ms. Deco Martin wants to know what them two rifles, what the rifles for. If she really know, I find Ms. Ola should come out and talk on because the previous government lock she up, so she'll come out and tell what them two rifles for. It will blow your mind. But Chris Beat, you was talking about the mayor of Shogona.
But this is DJ Anderson,
we say the insane not Eli.
You don't think
for the last 9-10 years, we see no drainage going on at the PNM. Look, I see down my constituency, still as down there. I see small backhoe, the cleaning drains, they're doing all kind of thing.
But is it not the responsibility of the corporation, the mayor and the corporation to get the work done in these areas?
Yeah, but the last previous government, the property tax.
But
so all the tax money will collect. None of the corporation didn't get money, you know.
But so many years, and you're trying to tell me that nothing has been done? Nothing at all?
Yeah.
Nah, KFC. We have to be fair. We have to be fair.
But who was in power for so many years?
KFC, yeah, but we still have to be fair, man.
They was in charge.
We can't say that nothing at all wasn't done under the previous administration. That is not being fair. And even if that is the case, I believe that okay, now that this new administration is in power, then there should be no blame game. The blame game has to stop. Like every time that they come in front of a microphone or in front of the media, all we hear now is what the previous administration didn't do.
But I don't mind being honest with you. I don't like the PNM. The PNM is our oppressive, evil, wicked party. So I look to our listener. Bless.
All right. To me, it has nothing to do with the PNM, UNC, NTA, you name it. As I said, campaigning done. at the end of the day, everyone has a job. And even this new administration, they elected themselves to be a part of the government now, so they have a job to get done. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I am all right. Good afternoon.
Yes, I tell you this Friday, you're a smart fella. Don't hear me. You hear what the gentleman said, the last caller?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't expect nothing different from them. But let's move on. You heard the question they asked Tanku about the property tax? And the answer he gave?
Mm-hmm.
He says we're going to be reimbursed. Did he say that?
Actually, I remember that that was said. He had said that, you know, persons would be refunded.
Okay. You heard that.
Mm-hmm.
When they asked Mrs. predecessor, what was her answer?
She had quoted stating that they would have to ask those questions to Mr. Tanku because she
said
doesn't know where
Tanku will find that money.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No, I have a problem there, you know, I'll tell you why. I paid my property tax. I didn't have a problem. I got pension. I pay my property tax, you know why? I said, well, if it's towards the country and they're using it, you know, I don't have no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I still don't have no problem. If the present lady come and say, well, you only pay half, I still don't have no problem. But you give me the assurance that you're going to stop it. Tanku give me the assurance that we're going to be refunded. And now you, who is in charge of Tanku, is telling me Tanku will have to find that money. You see the predicament you put me in? Because I was willing to pay my property tax without no more. You hear me?
Well, as some would say, they said that he probably spoke out of turn.
So I just had to drink that. I don't expect nothing.
It's a very interesting development.
Thank you.
Thanks, caller. So yeah, it's an open forum Monday, so you guys could call, raise whatever issues that you may have, any concerns. We are here to take your calls. 342-008-14665-391. I just touched on the flooding, you know, and that's literally one of my major concerns. Okay, I'm getting a call here. Good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
What's your name?
My name is DJ Anderson.
What is that?
DJ Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. DJ Anderson.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yes. Listen. I listened to your last caller, and people need to be real. Politicians say things when they are on the campaign trail, and let's be real. I don't know no government. America, with all their money, gives back citizens money, especially taxes, to their citizens. Now, if he had given it, I'd have said, thank you. But I wasn't expecting it. And I saying, but wait. Now, I could understand, okay, if he wanted to say, they're not collecting any. I don't know where they will generate funds from. But that money already gone in the treasury. Why you want to give it back? Anyway, so I said, okay. So I was so glad when the Prime Minister said, well, the Minister of Finance must know where he will get the money from. And he had to double down. Anyway, now I am so glad your caller who's called and said he is from Ministry of Works. Because let me tell you, Mr. Anderson. Down here, I'm calling from Diego Martin.
Right.
I don't know if you know the Diego Martin Highway. There's the Diego Martin River runs along the Diego Martin Highway. That river comes from all, they say, up from Bagatelle, wherever. It runs behind my house. And let me tell you, in 2013, we had a frightening situation. When I looked over my wall, the river was on the brink of flowing over.
I think I can recall
thank
that,
God it didn't happen. Right now,
I think I could recall. I could recall 2013.
Yes, right. There were trees growing in the river. All Jean Avenue, all those Teixeira Street got flooded out. We were lucky because of the big drain we have, that big river we have behind us. Miss Anderson, I took pictures on my, I wish I could send it to you, of the trees growing in that river. It's since COVID, they cleaned that river and cut, so it's trees, not bush anymore. I sent pictures to my counselor. Rightfully, what the guy said just now, she said to me, the borough, now you know Diego is a borough, they are not responsible for drains. That is the job of the Ministry of Works, Drainage Department. Okay, I took my phone, I went to see my MP, Mr. Dinaburger. I sat in front of him, I showed him it, that was last year.
Right.
He called a man, anyway, I don't want to call the wrong name. He called somebody on the phone and said, oh, I have a resident here from Diego Martin and she's showing me pictures with trees in the river. See if you could get that done. Mr. Anderson, you telling me from one minister, because he was a minister, right? Rohan Sinan was the minister, local Minister of Works. And you're telling me you, from one minister to the next, you couldn't get him to send out a crew to cut those trees? Well, I'm saying it like how the Catholics say it. Lord graciously help us. Because with that rain we had yesterday, I don't know how the river didn't fill up. But I wait to see. Now, I am saying, I don't have no problem government change. You know what is my thing? Once who is there, get the job done.
Agreed.
And I wait to see. Now, they say Jolene John is a worker. And I will hope that she could get, because I'm saying, when the Ministry of Works Drainage Department employees go out, what do they do? Because you're telling me since last year that request went in and May almost finished and nothing happened? No. Well, the ball is in Mrs. Jolene John Court now, and I have the feeling
but
she will get it done.
I could be wrong though, but even if you go to the corporation, right, and you make a report of an incident like that, and they are advising you that they are not responsible for it, isn't it not gonna make more sense that they put through that report to the ministry, letting them know that because I don't think that I don't think that you, a normal citizen, that responsibility should be on you to go to tell the Ministry of Works, hey, you all need to work on this particular area. I believe it still has to go through the corporation, and the corporation know if it is that it's out of their authority, then they should now obviously pass it on to the relevant department, which is Ministry of Works or Ministry of whoever. No?
Yes. Well, this is what I thought now. I didn't go to the Ministry of Works, I went to my MP, because my councillor let me know, as a councillor, she cannot get it done. And I would have thought, as you said, you're a councillor, you're making a request, it would have come better coming from you
Correct.
than an ordinary citizen.
Correct.
But when she washed her hands and said the borough not responsible for drains, is the Ministry of Works, I said, well, let me go higher up. And I went to the minister, my MP, the Nobrega. I showed him my pictures. And he tell me, okay, he picked up the phone in front of me, he called a man, and he told him what he's seeing, and feeling, well, it would have been taken care of, and I'm waiting like Dorothy Black Stallion sang about. So I hope and I pray that Miss Jolene John could get it done, because it's under the purview of the Ministry of Works Drainage Department. Because the MP couldn't call Rohanson and who was the Minister of Works and tell him, but we have a situation and see if you could do something, and nothing happened. No way. So I wait to see.
Well, I hope that things really do change. Yeah, but we're gonna leave it there.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah.
And I'm confident Miss Jolene John go get it done. Have a blessed evening.
You too. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon, my boy.
Yeah, KFC. Hello?
Yeah, man?
Yeah, me and you.
Yeah, man, now?
Yeah, me and you.
Yes, Miss Diego Martin. You know, she says she went by she MP, Mr. Robert, whatever you name it. And he's a man in part of the last regime government. He could have called Ron and Senan to see about that problem. You know, she said Jolene John will get it done. And she support Jolene John, you know. Well, when you answer, everybody went, you go fix the drain. That was the same thing the mayor was saying, Mr. Gordon say, for the last decade. They do nothing about drainage. So right now, you went on the ground and they get the work done.
All right, cool.
We nothing amount yet in government.
Thanks a lot, KFC.
Yeah. So get it. Yeah.
I think in any administration there should always be a chain of command. And me being a citizen, a normal citizen, if I have an issue in my area and I go to my counselor should be the person that should report that to the MP for the area. If it's beyond his pay grade, he or she pay grade, you know, you send it up the chain, you know, and you take it to the MP, and then the MP, you know, would deal with it from there. Or am I missing a link there? You got the councillor, then the corporation, or the councillor tells it or reports it to the corporation if the corporation is saying that, you know, it's out of their manpower. However, then they should then direct that or take that information and send it to the relevant ministries or the persons who are authorized to deal with those incidents. You know, it shouldn't be where a citizen has to be running around to get a report or to report an incident in their area. That's a bit crazy. You guys, as mentioned, you guys know the numbers. It's an open forum Monday, 342-0081, 466-5391. You can also send a WhatsApp message as well. Shout out to all the crews streaming us live via Facebook. Good afternoon going out to each and every one of you. What is the rain doing it to you? What has the rain done in your area? Have you been affected by any flooding? Have you any damages to report? Any issues that you may have on your mind and that you'd like to share with us? Feel free to call us up now get your voice. Get your voice up in here, alright? The Street 919 FM Tempo Takeover, DJ Anderson, Chris Beats. I saw a couple of persons, a couple of farmers in is it Aranguez that were affected with the amount of water. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Lahoketa. Once again, I don't want it to be the Lahoketa show, but I sympathize with the lady with the drainage problem. What the councillor was supposed to do,
right,
is she should give her a letter to go to the MP. And then the MP was supposed to write the Ministry of Works, the Director of Drainage, right? Right? And there's another way she could go through that too. If there's any what they call inordinate delay, as many people taking long delays after she could have written the ombudsman, for the ombudsman deal with problems of infrastructural problems, right? So she could also think that, but that is what that's a normal. What a lady spoke about. That's a normal way they treat people when they go to report to go to government offices on those kind of infrastructural problems. Everybody breaks in. We're using local balance, right? Everybody breaks in, and then when it ends up in a mess now, well then you know poor man suffering. So the lady could also she could write the ombudsman on her situation. So that's all I want to say.
All right, and okay, so when does the corporation get involved though?
No, well the corporation get involved when a report comes to the CEO, and the CEO will pass it down the chain of command, which the county soup, which is the chief technical man in the corporation, and he will ask a road officer or a work supervisor in whatever situation it is, that they go and do a site visit, right? Then he woke up a road officer and how they call it, or a work supervisor.
Okay, but I just want to know exactly at what point does it reach to the corporation? Because you mentioned to me that the lady could have gone to her councillor, and then her councillor should have given her a letter to take it to the MP.
Yeah.
But isn't it not? At no point there it would have been passed to the corporation first before the MP?
Well, the councillor job is to pass it to the MP, to pass it to the corporation.
Right. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You pass it to the corporation, right? And then if she gets no response, remember it's cause and effect. So if she gets no response, she takes it to the higher level, which is the minister. Right?
Okay.
So, because the councillor, his jurisdiction is for what they call local government matters, which is like market roads in the corporation, abattoirs, and bridges in the corporation. That is the councillor level, corporation level, right? Right. But she could, if she gets no if she utilizes all avenues and she gets no response, she could then write the ombudsman. The ombudsman will write the CEO of the corporation, and they'll have to act within a certain a time frame.
All right. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much, Mr. Lahoketa.
Okay, I'm here for you, man. I don't I'm not in demand, so you understand. So I'm here with you.
All right. Thanks, man.
Side. Yeah. Okay, good.
Yeah. So I want to thank the callers. So far, I'm learning. You hear all some of those steps as it concerns making a report of an incident in your area and so forth. The different channels that you have to go through. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, DJ Anderson.
Good afternoon, Panadol.
We seen, but how are you good?
I am good. I hope that all is well with you. I hope that you're keeping yourself dry. You're not out there getting wet.
I go to church yesterday, you know. They joined me in the church band. I get to beat the tambourine.
Well, that's good. All that is good. All that is good.
DJ Anderson.
How is the weather on your end?
Oh, God, rain like that. But we don't depend on nobody to do nothing for us down here. We are cut down for the last 10 years. So DJ Anderson, nobody helping themselves these days, like, to clean out the drain yourself, you know what I mean? Get rid of the garbage. You know what I mean? We have to help ourselves sometime, you know, DJ.
Right.
Yeah, but
so
anyway,
nowhere is being flooded or anything.
NGG come and put 3 lines behind my house here. And they make in the back, living at 2.5 acre block here. And they make in the back to a lagoon. I can't do nothing there. I been that way. I help myself, DJ Anderson. The little pension money again, I spending it in the place. So, Anderson?
Yeah?
Good afternoon again. You know, I always give you a little buzz, right? So, later, boy, brother, down, boy, later.
You keep it locked, Panadol.
Don't know.
So, a lot of rain in Barrapore. And as Panadol said, persons in Barrapore, they're doing what they have to do. They can't really wait on anyone. And I think that goes for a lot of persons living throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Some of us, we just can't wait for the authorities to do anything because it really affects us, you know. And as they say, who's in the kitchen feels it, right? Shout out to all those corporations that are locked on. I know that there are a lot of them that work very, very hard. But just like every workplace, there are always the slackers. But as I mentioned earlier on, to me, it doesn't matter which administration, which party that you support. At the end of the day, you have a job, and when you go there, you go there to represent us. So let's go into these different ministries, corporations, and let's do what needs to be done to alleviate some of the citizens' worries and stress. As I mentioned, I saw that some farmers were showing clips and so forth of the amount of water that they have to deal with in their properties. And when you hear the amount of money they are speaking about in losses, over $10,000 plus. I mean, it would have been nice if there was an on and off switch for rain, the weather, the climate, but it's not. So it's very unpredictable as to what would happen. But yet we do have a time frame as to the season, as the rainy season. dry season and the wet season. And during the dry season, I think that more work needs to be done to make sure that this problem that we're having, where some of the areas that continuously keep flooding, we need to be able to see some results in some of those areas. And for the ones that didn't know about the different channels that you need to go through to make a report, as Mr. Lahokita called in and told us, you need to obviously contact your counselor, and then your counselor will take it from there. They should do obviously the follow-ups with you, and if it is that it needs to go higher up the chain of command, they should be the ones that's supposed to give you a letter to present to your MP. And then, they will take it from there. So, I'm gonna pay some bills, as you guys know. Those bills have to be paid. So we're gonna pay some bills and close off for this hour on the Street 919 FM. We're gonna come back in our third hour. So you guys don't move a place. If you're feeling a bit chill, have a cup of coffee, something hot. Have a cup of tea. But just try and keep yourself warm. Because even though it has this rain, there's so many different viruses going around at the same time, so you don't want to get sick. So the Street 919 FM Tempo Takeover. DJ Anderson alongside Chris Beats on the 1 and 2s. And we take you guys straight to 4 p.m. So let's go pay those bills, and we will be back with more. The Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets, this is your chance to shine with the station that defends the nation. Radio stars bring the energy, passion, and charisma. We're looking for dynamic personalities to electrify our airwaves. Sales executives, if you're a go-getter with the hunger to succeed and build lasting relationships, we want you on our team. Show us what you've got. Send your demo or resume today to the Street 919 FM at gmail.com and take your shot at greatness. The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Join the movement. Become the next big thing.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the Street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
Young people of our nation, ignite your wellness journey with Nature's Touch Youth Health Caravan with Princess Omega and Associates. Prevent ill health today and reap the benefit of good health tomorrow. Join us every second and fourth Saturday of each month at 9:25 a.m. to 9:55 a.m., where we bring to you innovative health solutions. Invest in yourself today by ensuring that you're enjoying optimum health. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp us at 868-310-8671 or 364-44 8464. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our priority.
One Caribbean, one stage, one historic night. This is Caribbean Excellence, the voice of a generation. May 31st, White Oak presents the One Caribbean Music Festival. Indulge in 5-star gourmet cuisine, ultra-premium bars, signature cocktails, secure parking, first-class comfort from start to finish. May 31st, Queen's Park Savannah will tremble with the power of dancehall and reggae royalty, featuring the triumphant return of the world boss himself, Vybz Cartel. Vybz Cartel, alongside a legendary cast of performers, Sizzla Kalonji in all his glory, Chronic Law, Molly, Lady Lava, Marley Dawn, and more. Your experience, your comfort, your access. Get your VVIP and all access passes today. Visit OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com, Frontline Tickets, Island E-Tickets, and PTix.com to secure yours now. Tickets available at Solera Wines and Spirits. Powered by California Stucco. Sponsored by Angostura, Coca-Cola, Dasani, Hilton, Fire One Fireworks, Scaffold Company, Mackeson, Insurance Brokers, Monster, and B-Mobile.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM every Friday from 9:15 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. with Kingdom Health Services, situated at number 125 to 186 Eastern Main Road in Tunapuna, for the program Health and Healing, merging the old with the new, with Mr. Brent Diet. For more information, call 318-7471 or 484-0141 or 360-4100. It's all about Kingdom Health Services on The Street 919 FM.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Join the winning team with Pasta Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon and every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health performance and disease. Join him as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv Healing Powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com. Remember, every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to 12 noon, and every Thursday night from 8 to 9 p.m. live on the street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
The election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something. instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So just 6 minutes past over 2 o'clock. Good afternoon, welcome. Sample takeover. You're actually DJ Anderson alongside Chris Beats.
In short, this is what I have to say.
It's an open for Mondays.
Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate.
And the phone lines are open. This is where I give you guys the opportunity. You guys could call in, raise your issues,
because now
raise your concerns.
Than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build.
Let's know exactly what is on your mind.
Better nation. I say,
what's happening in your area? Have you been affected by the rain in any way?
Oh, come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh,
Those numbers are 3420081, 4665-391, and also 771-4791. You guys can also send WhatsApp messages as well. Voice note if you want to as well.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes. All your station gone through, boy.
All right. Thanks
right,
very much.
UNC. Right.
And if you have nothing constructive, your conversation cannot be constructive at all, then don't call.
So much
don't waste your time to call to talk about the station and it's not good.
To spell them out.
Find something else to do with your time, alright?
Because you know as well
as the Street 919 FM
only way is putting more
Tempo take over.
Because now more than.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Tell the last caller hold now, boy.
You understand?
The Street 919 FM continue, boy, dog, boy. Hey, dog, boy, here we see now, boy. DJ Anderson, we're looking for solutions.
Correct.
You know, there's plenty loose land around the place and people buying land. Some buying illegal, some buying legal. And they come and they pull up a set of dirt in that place there. So, brother, where that water going, mate? Any water going in the road, the lowest part of the area, land developers. When you buy a piece of land, find some way for that water to go.
Nice.
So did you understand?
What we put
he said campaign for whatever, right? Go on there, brother.
Thanks, Panadol.
This also goes for every children.
That's it. We keeping them informed.
Who going to live in a foreign land?
The authorities that are out there.
Now is the time to come home and do something.
You guys gotta make sure and listen to the people.
Let us stay in out day and freezing.
As because listen to their concerns. Listen to what is affecting them.
And production to build a strong and better nation. I said,
let's do better.
That is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Saw yesterday the new Minister of Agriculture. He was on the ground visiting different farmers and so forth as they try to ascertain some of the damages.
Let us forget fights and grudges
due to the heavy rainfalls and so forth. So it's good to see
come let us sit and try to relate.
The ministers on the ground
more than ever we must show
with the people
tolerance and production,
because it doesn't just take one person, it takes us all.
Strong and better nation. I say
no idea is a bad idea.
That is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand.
That's why I say if it is that you have a good idea, you have a plan that you believe could help to alleviate some of the issues that may be affecting you in your area, may it be flooding, may it be the crime situation, then share it.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. 'Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian who gone to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
I invite you, the listeners, to be a part of the show. This is where I give you guys that opportunity to call in and share your views. As it's an open forum on Monday, right here on the Street 919 FM. Yours to the DJ Anderson in the company.
Now the election back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah. Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So
definitely, we gotta make sure and work hand in hand.
Together.
Brick by brick. We are going to build it back. We definitely have to be part of the solution and not the problem.
So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
And I'm actually thinking about all the losses that some of these farmers would have experienced due to this this rain.
That is the main problem.
We may just see some higher prices in the market come weekend.
Because this is our land. Come, my brother.
Due to that impact,
and let us
the prices may vary.
Together.
So don't be too surprised if you go in the market this weekend. And what you paid $5 a pound last weekend, you might just end up paying $10. Unfortunately, because of how the thing is set up, that loss is trickled down to the, to the small man, the grassroots.
Who going to live in a foreign land?
But I do hope that the respective ministries kind of lend support to these farmers. The Minister of
more than ever, we must show discipline,
rural development, and also agriculture,
to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the
all the corporations.
So come let us go hand in hand.
Should be able to work hand in hand, work together.
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
One corporation may not have a particular equipment. They should be able to borrow from another corporation because it's all about getting the job done. Let's not wait for let's not wait for major damages and so forth to take place, and then we decide to do something about it.
Back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. Oh, yeah. Remember Remember the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline.
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello.
Caller, welcome.
What callers and them gone?
What's
that? An open platform.
An open platform.
All right, well, look, sir, I'm taking it. One of the callers and them, man.
All right,
Yeah.
yes, keep it locked.
Brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a...
As I mentioned, it's an open forum on Monday.
Now is the time to come home and do something.
You feel free.
Let us stay in our day and freezing.
Share what's on your mind.
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
How are you? Hello?
Hi, yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
You go ahead.
Yes, by chance, do you come down south side? Do you use the Shogunas area of the highway?
Yes, I do.
All right, so you'll be very familiar that they opened the 3 lanes, and there are quite a number of areas along the highway there where they're like at double lines. The old lines won't black off properly.
Mm-hmm.
So you're driving and you're seeing 2 sets of lines. You're not sure which one to follow.
Correct.
I mean, I'd like to make an appeal to the present regime to try and have that rectified.
All right, no problem. Thanks a lot, caller.
And I mentioned the cable barriers on the Solomon Water Highway. They need to be removed. It's not serving the purpose. It's like an eyesore, and maybe just have them removed totally if not repaired.
Which part is this?
Along the Solomon Water Highway, the cable barriers that were installed years ago,
yeah,
they have not been maintained by the last government, and they are pretty much like an eyesore. Some places it's actually encroaching on the road itself.
I am seeing that they actually are doing some work on the highways as of even this weekend, where they're actually removing some of those and installing some new barriers. So
yes, the last government will have started the other barriers So I hope the present regime can continue to at least have those barriers, those cables removed.
Yeah.
Most of them are on the ground, some of them partially on the road.
Yeah, over the weekend I saw them, they were doing some work. So I believe that they are continuing that work in actually replacing them.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
All right. Thanks a lot, caller. So yeah, those lines in our nation's roads. One in particular that the caller just pointed out is the ones on the highway there.
Remember the key to
those need
working hard
to be fixed properly. All right. Hi. Good afternoon, caller.
Yes. Well, I'm not hearing anybody, or I'm not hearing much call, so let me call and put some life in the show a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to speak about now is the plight of public servants who retired between 2014 and up to today, who are paid terminal benefits based on the 2013 collective agreement. So we have some people who are raised to get all who retired from 2014 to now, and I want that to be a priority, right? Because most of the people now 60s and over, and they are waiting that sum of money because their gratuity should be enhanced. They should have an increase on their last basic salary,
mm-hmm.
and their pension. And if they are traveling officers, they should also get some kind of back pay too. So I'm pleading and I'm stating that I had here people talking about that, and that's a serious thing. I don't know if I'm the only retiree who do not have money. I do not know, right? But I want some consideration and some effort be placed on behalf of remedying that situation. Public servants who retired between 2014 and today, because the public service, and I agree with them that 4%, yes, that they refuse, right? So I am putting out SOS that the authorities look and make sure we are all winners, retired public officers from 2014 to today.
Nice.
So that's all I have to say on that one. Right? Maybe some people may come out now and speak. So let me hear, listen.
All right. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
and let us build a nation together.
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the last 9 years, me didn't come out and talk about the reserve pay and this and that, All this government for the corner for all kind of thing. For 2014 to now, me and all any radio station call out all the former prime ministers saying all they want reserve pay, all they want this, all they want that, all that 74%. Don't bully this government. Hold on and wait.
For everything big onion who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something. Instead of...
Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you and to your listeners and listening. I want to address this pipe starter issue that the minister would have come out and made a statement about.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the minister was honest when he said it is a working document and it is not finalized as yet, so he could make adjustments. One thing I took note of his statement is that he said that the vibe starter one is facing a technicality. I want the minister to also take note that there are many persons here in this country who would have won cases on technicality and not merit, right? And if this is the stance that we are now taking, that although someone was freed by the Privy Council or whatever, and we still have our reservation, then I want it to be the same across the board, right? And we as leaders must be willing to set an example, right? So if it is, we are not too keen of the lyrics and the lifestyle or whatever they put in that Vibe Starter represents, then we're not supposed to be hiring persons to do music for us who who have songs in line of along the same line, and both parties have been guilty of doing that. Imagine you hearing a political party having a dub plate from somebody who has songs like "The Plane Just Crashed with the Coke," right? And "Bad Man She Want" and all them kind of things. But now we as a state are looking to curtail the itinerary of anarchy. We have to be careful that our policies don't penalize persons, right? When penalties are not warranted for you, right? The laws are in place. If he breach something, then we have to act accordingly. But you don't just come up with something because they have the power to block somebody. Wait and see if he does anything contrary or untoward, and you deal with the matter. You don't penalize somebody. So are we saying that the person who didn't win the case on merit in Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to disbar them from going to the schools and things like that, because it have some of his colleagues who didn't win cases on merit. But I look forward and listening.
Right,
we're still holding on and waiting to see what will be of this country with the new government in place. I hope that they feel inclined to do the right thing when it is time for them to act.
All right.
Right?
Thanks very much.
As Mr. said, they didn't even leave fumes, so we're not supposed to be hearing that people stealing and trying to rob the state. Because if it have nothing that they left, there is nothing to teach. So I wait with bated breath in hope that they will do the right thing this time around. I love on, brother. Enjoy your
Thank you for calling. Well, one thing as you said, you're waiting to see exactly what will happen, and that's the only thing that we could all do as this new administration takes off. We would hope that they correct the mistakes that was pointed out from the previous administration. But most importantly, we hope that they could pull together and help to build or continue to build Trinidad and Tobago.
So much of things that we need to see about.
So much of things that we definitely need to see about.
Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So feel free to call us up. It's open for a Monday. 342-0081 4665-391-7711791. You guys can also send a WhatsApp message. Tell us what's on your mind. Be a part of the conversation right here on the Street 919 FM.
This also goes for every Trinbagonian who want to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. nation back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate.
And for the ones that are probably stuck in traffic,
more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance.
Don't worry, I'm positively sure that you're gonna reach home safely.
To build a strong and
all the parents and grandparents on their way to pick up their kids, or probably picked up your kids or grandkids already. Shout out to you. Hope that you guys are reach home safely as well. So the bus drivers, maxi drivers,
come my brother,
all your passengers, good afternoon.
And let us build a nation together.
Just about 18 minutes to the hour of 3 o'clock. And you're locked onto the Street 919 FM. I'm yours with the DJ Anderson alongside Chris Leeds. We just having an easy, nice, cool one. As we take you
success is working hard
to your homes and to your work.
Our country we must.
Yeah, for the ones that are probably just gonna take up shit. Good afternoon to you.
Francis, let we start to build, and onward to progress we surely will.
And it's all about that open forum today.
More than ever we must show discipline.
Whatever issue you're having, whatever issue you would like to raise,
to build a strong and better.
This is your opportunity. This is your forum here. That calling, raise those issues, raise those concerns.
So come let us work hand in hand.
If you have a plan,
come my brother, come my
something that could work
let us build a nation
to help alleviate some of the issues in your area. Why not share?
So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now more than ever we must show discipline, tolerance and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. This also goes for every Trinbagonian who going to live in a foreign land. Now is the time to come home and do something, instead of staying out there and freezing. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. corruption back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate.
So it seems as though the word of the day,
discipline, tolerance,
for a while now,
production,
is wait.
To build.
The word of today as well is wait.
I say,
because as some would say,
information. So come let us.
Some persons didn't have a voice.
Because this is our land.
And because some persons didn't have a voice for the last 9 years or 10 years, there are others are telling them to wait. So that word of the day is to wait. But I'm saying don't wait, you know. If you have an issue, whether it is an issue that only happened today, or it happened 4 years ago, 9 years ago,
remember the key to
talk about it.
This is working hard.
That's the only way.
Our country we must have.
And there's a possibility that the relevant authority might be listening to the Street 919 FM.
Start to build.
That they would start to do what needs to be done.
And on what to progress we show.
So again, you guys could also send WhatsApp voice notes.
Now more than ever we
remember to keep it clean and respectful. And once you follow the rules, then you know we're gonna play it live, alright?
To build a strong and better nation.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you, sir. Yes, and to Trinidad and Tobago. Now, you're hearing them. They say, hold on and wait. Right? But we were promised that that was our first priority. Right? So, I don't know what really going on with this hold on and wait thing. They're supposed to deliver this thing immediately. Right? But no, hear them. Hold on and wait. Alright. And just make sure all you pay the people on them and the divers get their money yet. And make sure all you don't bring no tax bill to the parliament. I thank you very much.
All you do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do the...
Well, the new administration did say when they win, everybody wins. They just didn't say that we'll win one time. They said that that when they win, everybody will win. But I guess you have to give them some time, yeah?
To build a strong and...
Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon again, brother. To the guy who requested things now, I want to ask him, what did the PNM promise this nation? And what have they delivered on the promises they made over the period that they were in power? This Dr. Rowley PNM. Right? You see, it's either we love the country or we love in our party, you know, and we're doing whatever it is to try to make the party appear good, you know. Because it cannot be that you're saying you love your country, but you're not calling on PNM when they're there to deliver the promises that they make, but this new government, they're asking for them to deliver right away. And you know what the funny thing about all of this politicians? Every time they get into power from our opposition place and take leadership on the government, there's always this talk about there's no money. The treasury is empty. They do this and they do that. But in spite of all of that, you haven't seen they put anything in place to ensure that if they come out of government, that whoever comes in will have to be totally accountable to the public. So every single cent at their disposal. All they have continuously done, both parties, is leave the door open so the allegations that they made could continue to be made. What have they done after 9 years of blaming the society sector? What have they done? They set up civil litigation, and you're accusing persons of criminal conduct. I don't know now, but you see, they have us right where they want us as a population, you know. right where they want. That as long as persons are ready and willing to come and make excuses for politicians who are supposed to be responsible and give an account, then they will continue to win. I look on, brother.
Right, thank you for your contribution, caller. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Crispy, give a tune over here coming too. More chance.
I hear you, I hear you.
In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation together.
All right, so we're going to pay some bills, and then after we're going to come back with more. I just want to remind you guys, when you're sending your voice notes and so forth, please make sure that your voice notes are clean, or else I'm not going to be able to play it on here. So let's just stay away from the profound, language, and also try to keep your insults to a limit. Everybody has the right to be able to call and to be able to give their views and their contributions. All right, I'm not too sure what would have happened in previous shows, but at least on this one, let's at least be able to respect each other, because if we continue like this, we are not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, so we're going to pay some bills. Keep it locked to the street 919 FM.
May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets, this is your chance to shine with the station that defends the nation. Radio stars bring the energy, passion, and charisma. We're looking for dynamic personalities to electrify our airwaves. Sales executives, if you're a go-getter with the hunger to succeed and build lasting relationships, we want you on our team. Show us what you've got. Send your demo or resume today to the Street 919 FM at gmail.com and take your shot at greatness. The Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Join the movement. Become the next big thing.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code Radio2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old
and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
One Caribbean, one stage, one historic night. This is Caribbean Excellence, the voice of a generation. May 31st, White Oak presents the One Caribbean Music Festival. Indulge in 5-star gourmet cuisine, ultra-premium bars, signature cocktails, secure parking, first-class comfort from start to finish. May 31st, Queen's Park Savannah will tremble with the power of dancehall and reggae royalty, featuring the triumphant return of the world boss himself, Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel, alongside a legendary cast of performers: Sizzla Kalonji in all his glory, Chronic Law, Molly, Lady Lava, Marley Dawn, and more. Your experience, your comfort, your access. Get your VVIP and all access passes today. Visit OneCaribbeanMusicFestival.com, Frontline Tickets, Island E-Tickets, and PTix.com to secure yours now. Tickets available at Solera Wines and Spirits. Powered by California Stucco. Sponsored by Angostura, Coca-Cola, Dasani, Hilton, Fire One Fireworks, Scaffold Company, Mackeson, Insurance Brokers, Monster, and B-Mobile.
Don't miss May mega deals at Furniture Plus. Come enjoy massive savings store-wide today. Get up to 50% off mattresses, up to 45% off living room furniture, up to 40% off bedroom furniture, up to 25% off appliances, up to 20% off electronics, and much more. Buy now, pay later with affordable hire purchase plans. Plus, earn Caribbean Airlines. Travel miles when you shop with us. All Furniture Plus stores open today. Hurry in. These deals won't last.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast, heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko in Sangre Grande, for the Old Time Gospel Hour Family Radio Ministry every Sunday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Mondays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement. Every Tuesday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with Disabilities. And on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM. Designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795-222. For further information, call 753-1113 or 610-4673.
The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Back and I'll die away. In short, this is what I have to say. Let us forget spites and grudges and concentrate. Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation.
When the music drop, the vibes take over. Tempo Takeover with DJ Anderson and Chris Beats on the Street 919 FM. Turn it up and feel the rhythm. Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us...
Yes, so good afternoon to you again, my brother. Yes. You hear them again? What have the other regime done? Well, my friend, all you have to do is come up to Sandy Grande area and you will see the new Elmina Clark Allen Highway. That's led from Kumuto right onto Damri Hill. That was phase 1. Okay, so the PNM has promised that, and they had delivered, right? So you are wrong, and there are many more things. But I wouldn't want to take up my friend here good show, right? But there are many more things. So maybe I'll call in again another segment or so, and I could give you a full rundown. Okay? So stop being like that.
To build a strong and better nation.
Oh,
good afternoon,
my brethren. Yeah, no, yeah, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know baby, but I say the PNM deliver. The Bella Sandy Granny place, you know, call it, and the minister beg a vote out. I know, doctor, they come on a platform in Saturday and promise the people and bureau communities a certain money. And wait, they may make a set of broken promises. So, baby, Bataria, give you all the rest now. Let the government work for the people now, man. Bless.
Nice. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. I like how the debate going. But yesterday, Mr. Baby Bataria has been telling us. Are we saying that when we pay persons handsomely, provide them with perks up to the truth, that we are still owing them after they use taxpayers' money to try to help the life of taxpayers to be better? People need to remember that we are paying these persons handsomely to do a job, a job job. And that is what we keep missing all the time. They are supposed to deliver because we are paying them. And it is when they fall short of the delivery is when persons they start to make the right noise that they have to make. So I don't understand why it is difficult for some of the supporters of the PNM to accept the fact that what PNM was doing was not what the majority of the country wanted to support, which is the unwillingness to lead by example by either taking 4% or 7%. They have no business taking 47% when you have given to the country the narrative of things difficult. Something about you give us advice of putting back on the side. Sitting down on the table and telling us when we might just have to cut back on going to the movies. If we can't afford gas, we can write a work or put up things that are full. It is in the face of all of these statements made by ministers belonging to the PNM that they accepted a raise of 47%, Dr. Rowley, and choose not to pass it through the parliament. Right? I mean, what it is, you all don't understand. And you are supposed to be more disappointed with the PNM. The supporters of the PNM supposed to be more disappointed with the PNM than the other persons who supported the other party. Because if the other party, yes, they will not ready, but if the country and the people in the country who are ready to vote in the PNM that it's either we're not coming out to support you or we're going to vote differently to get you out of here. Because how hard is it for people to understand that, and now they want to come and say foolish and ridiculous by wanting things now.
All right, caller. Thanks for your contribution.
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
So as some of the callers, you will get that feeling that they're asking that the current administration get that time to settle in to be able to do what they have to do. Yeah. Good afternoon, caller.
Yes, I'm calling in relation to. I think the state is losing out on a lot of funding in relation to cars, derelict vehicles, the impact on the streets of Trinidad and Tobago all over this country. Some people have vehicles parked on the streets for years, obstructing traffic, creating problems, preventing proper maintenance of the roads and the sites. I think there's a great source of funding if we would initiate a program in which we can probably hire either a new entity or create a new entity to go through the villages and the small towns in Trinidad and Tobago and get some of these vehicles off the street, because it's a hazard. It's a major hazard. And people are not complying with the laws of this country. I believe lawlessness begins with breaking the small, little laws, as we call it. And then it grows. We have a major problem in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to derelict vehicles being parked on the streets for years. Five Rivers Aruca is a case in point. You can drive to Five Rivers Aruca and you would see it on the hills. People are parking in a manner where sometimes one vehicle cannot pass. Try to get a cement truck up in some of these areas, and it's difficult. You have to virtually go beg these people to move their vehicles. Thank you.
But thanks very much, caller.
Discipline, tolerance, and production.
I don't even think that
strong and better.
It's only persons who have cars on the road that hasn't been moved for years. I think generally that we have an issue where people believe that the road is part of their property, because there are people who tend to put a lot of things in the road, not only cars, miscellaneous things, garbage. I passed through some of those narrow roads in Barataria. And mind you, the roads are already narrow. And there are people who put pallets. They rest pallet on the road with garbage on it. Like, really? The road is already narrow. Why would you even do something like that?
Who want to live in a foreign land? Now is the time to come home and do something.
I even passed through Port of Spain today, and I was just looking around Independence Square.
Because now, more than ever, we must.
I think it's about time that we need an uplift.
Tolerance.
Independence Square needs some sort of upliftment.
I say that is the main foundation.
There were certain areas I saw
hand in hand, because
I saw so much of pigeon.
Come my brother, come my sister.
I swear the place seemed to be infested. Then when you look at the surrounding, oh my gosh, I don't talk about the smell. So I honestly believe that some of these places, we really need to look into doing some serious work. And I know that sometimes the corporations and the relevant authorities may be doing some maintenance. But you know, sometimes, you know, we as people, we just make it bad for others. We litter, we decide that we should pull out our private parts anyway and just, you know. It's crazy. So yes, I believe that we should really do better. We really should do better. And maybe, as the last caller said, maybe that they should look into.
Come, let us sit and try to relate.
Finding some way into implementing or probably putting measures in place to ticket people for these sort of offenses. Maybe they are there already. Some of those laws are there already. But maybe we need to really implement it.
So
have the authorities out there waiting patiently.
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
To put those persons who are culprits of committing these offenses Charge them.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all.
And this problem, again, this problem has nothing to do with a political party.
We surely will.
This have a lot to do with our upbringing.
We must show discipline, tolerance, and
our selfishness, some of us.
To build a strong and better nation. I say
some persons who believe that they have this sort of entitlement.
So
you've got to respect,
because this is our land.
You've got to respect other people's property.
And let us build a nation together.
And be courteous to others. You are alone not living in that particular street. So whatever issues you may be encountering,
we need to see.
Please feel free to call us up.
Surely I do have to spell them out.
You guys know the numbers: 342-0081 and 466-5391. Good afternoon.
I'm giving you support on all 3 hours. Did you answer the thanks for taking my call?
Yes, Panel.
Yeah, brethren, right. I was watching you on Facebook there. I see you have a blue t-shirt.
Ah, boy. So that means that means that the social media picking up real good.
Yeah, good. Tough on the lines. Yeah.
Nice,
I was
nice.
send you a text. I just send you a text.
Okay.
Panadol,
cool.
right?
All right, no problem, Panadol. Keep it locked.
Oh, just but put on a 91.9 Tuesday now.
well, sometimes I do. Sometimes, I feel to wear something different,
Yeah, you send a 91.9 jersey for me too, right?
All right, cool. Keep it locked.
Gigi, and so much of rich people in Barco, yeah, wait. And the road such and that state, boy. They go bring the big truck, 100 ton going, 100 ton coming. We have a broken bridge, right, which started by the previous administration. Not complete yet. If we see water in that place there. We're bracing for our flood religion. So, but we from the lagoon. Did you understand?
Yeah.
You have to have crispy to pay my tune.
Don't worry, you will get it,
I come into with Miss whatever.
All right, I will let you play something for you.
I want to make a confession. I take a little thing here. You vex?
You take a little thing and what?
A punch in way.
You see, you Panadol be enjoy your evening too.
You want a cool way? What you gonna do?
All right, cool.
Let's have it.
My sister, and let us build a nation together.
Yeah, man, shout out to all the crews locked on in Barra Port. Panadol, or listen up the Street 919 FM. Now remember, you guys can also send your voice notes. Hi KFC, welcome in.
Yeah, Panadol saying the lagoon for the last 9 years, before 47 years, they said them in the lagoon. Panadol all the lagoon now, all they biting hard, and you will get the job done. That's right, you will fix the road down there. And Port of Spain, you will clean up Port of Spain down.
KFC, I really hope they clean up Port of Spain, eh? This cannot be the capital of our country, and yet it looking like this way. It's not a good look. You there? I think your phone muted or something, KFC.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I say no, do this for election time. They trim all the trees and they put man there, you know.
They trim the trees.
And they then was they trim down. You see, they put man clean. They trim down the trees. It about shit up there to be jumping over species. The biggest outhouse is the Port of Spain, you know. What the mayor doing this, Mr. Chinley, whatever his name is. I know long time they still wash down the streets and thing there.
Well, I'm not too sure what they was doing, but I could tell you this morning when I passed there, it really isn't looking good.
Yeah, it's nasty. Plus, it's smelling real bad.
Horrible,
too, man.
and very
like the
much
capital city, man.
Yeah, we could do better. And this was
True.
a part of Brian Lara. It was supposed to be Brian Lara's Brian Lara promenade and all of that, you know, and everything just looks in a total mess.
You know the statue they put down there, you know the statue all get black?
My gosh, yeah. Well, we definitely...
Brian Lara statue?
We definitely need to
clean
up
that statue to clean up too.
And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show
to the authorities!
Tolerance.
You all, we need to do better.
To build a strong and better nation. I say,
I'm not asking before you all put me in that category. They might say Anderson wasn't asking for all of this all the time, and now that this new administration is there, he's asking for statue to be clean and promenade to be clean. No, I'm not asking for it to be clean tomorrow. I'm saying that it should be something that needs to be addressed. And what we're really doing about vagrants, boy? Really, what we're really doing about vagrants?
So much.
What is the long-term plan?
Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do the only way.
This morning going up Henry Street
is putting more effort.
I saw a young lady.
Because now more than ever
she honestly doesn't seem like she's right in up there.
And
she took off her jersey and she had on no bra, nothing.
And better nation. I say
we really need to look at some of our persons that are on the road and really try
hand in hand
to get them some help.
Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Yeah, now it has been a while since I've ever been in Port of Spain so early. And the things that I saw in Port of Spain this morning, it was a serious eye-opener. I was like, wow. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. I want to address a matter, right? That's the roundabout in St. James by Roxy roundabout.
In St. James,
Yeah, you know, taxis and maxis, they just pull up there as it made the roundabout. They just pull up right there, picking up passengers. Sometimes you yourself trailing behind them coming along the roundabout and will just pull up on you. I find they need to put those zebra signs saying no stopping in that zone. You know?
All right. Okay.
It's a little hazardous because right on a roundabout, a taxi pulling up to pick up people. That's bad. That's bad.
But then, Cole, I believe that they might have to put that all over, you know, because generally I find maxi drivers, some of them show no sort of courtesy for anybody but themselves. But they don't put on indicators.
I'm not just talking the maxis, you know. Taxis in general, vehicles actually stopping there on the roundabout is bad. It could be a private vehicle and all, it don't matter. Right? No vehicle should be pulling up on a roundabout. No vehicle.
All right, okay. Thanks very much for your contribution, caller.
Thank you.
Yeah. So to those maxi taxi drivers and also those taxi, whether you're H or you're working P, private owned vehicle. By the roundabout there by Roxy, you all need to please indicate properly and pull on the side, even on the nation's main roads and so forth. When I would stress on maxis, but oh gosh, indicate properly and pull on the side. Y'all just stop abrupt to pick up your passengers. That's crazy.
Let us forget fights and grudges and concentrate.
Pull on the side properly.
Come, let us sit and try to relate. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come, let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build a nation all together.
The PNM callers is calling and boast government collect 100 million or so in property tax. What it was used to do. Look at the condition of the promenade. Look at the condition of Port of Spain. Look at the condition of all over the country. Look at what they leave these people to have to clean up. Where that 100 million went to campaign out.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard.
Very interested.
Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we should.
We need to do better. We really need to do better. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And another point of making right with some of the things that we have. We have the CPEP workers cleaning a street, massive holes. They're cleaning the grass around the holes, but they are not pulling the holes up. They go up and down that hill, up and down the street. They clean the sides, but none of the holes that is massive holes. None. They are never touching it. I would like that if they have to continue such a program, initiate it where they will have to fill the holes in the vicinity in which they are cleaning. I think that will be a great step towards assisting the traveling public with the state of the roadway, because it makes no sense. I woke up this morning, I saw about 6 CPEP workers. They run the weed whacker for like 10 minutes, and then they left. And the roads, the holes are massive. Some vehicles, even trucks, are refusing to use that road. Mind you, it's the same road that the ministers, the former government ministers, were campaigning over. In the past, they would try to fool us by at least sending a little patch crew around to patch it up before the election. But they felt so strong that they had us all fooled, they refused to even do that. They never even patched the hole to try and fool us. That's why they lost. And I wish they had won Aruka, because Aruka need a different. And I hope the senator that we have embarrassed the past ministers that we had and the fool that we have as a representative for this area. Thank you.
Thanks, caller. Now, caller, I hear you, but I wouldn't put so much of pressure on the CPEP workers. You know, they're there to clean and cut grass and to make sure and clean on the side of the road and to clean the drains and so forth.
Instead of stay.
What I could probably suggest,
because now more than ever we must show.
They might say Anderson no, but what I might probably suggest, in the Ministry of Works, what they should do is create a different division. A division
So come let us go hand in hand.
that moves around every day.
Come my brother, come my
with a truckload of material.
together.
It don't have to be any one of the, it could be one of those like Kias then. You know the Kias with the trays behind. Don't know the correct name of it or the correct model. But it's a small crew, you know. And that crew, their responsibility every single day is to address these simple minor little quick fix. So you create a hotline, somebody call and say, yo, it's a too big hole, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. And it's that division. You could have about let's say about 10 different teams. They go about Trinidad and Tobago all over every single day. And they put on the material and give it a quick patch.
In short, this is what I have to say.
Give it something.
Let us forget fights and grudges.
Or at least, I say a quick fix there, but you know, sometimes a quick fix might even cost more because they might do a quick fix today and then some other heavy truck might pass and boom, it open back. But it should have somebody there that probably could just do a site visit at the same time before they put material or whatever. More or less they're doing a visit of it and seeing exactly how deep the hole is or what it may need. And if it is something that they could fix one time in the aspect of they have the material, they have the resources on them that they could just fix it one time, fix it. But if it is that it does call for more, then after they could probably put in the requests and put it up on a list as, you know, which one is a priority in being able to address immediately. If you understand what I'm saying. But I believe that that is something that they could probably look into.
Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
But definitely more needs to be done.
A strong and better nation.
More needs to be done.
I say that is the main foundation. So
in fixing those issues,
in hand, because this is our land.
Some of these issues that we have to,
and let us build a nation.
It really isn't rocket science. And it could be addressed. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome.
Good afternoon, DJ Anderson. I am just giving you a little story I only know. You see Port of Spain? The people want Port of Spain, so I could remember under any government, he went and he cleaned out Port of Spain, clean, go up all on the Red House. Clean what they had on top, they never cleaned for 80 days, 80 years it was on top, they never cleaned. He clean it, he take whatever he drive, go down in the dry river. He himself went down in the dry river, clean it out, the Prime Minister himself, you know. And to the end, they start to say put something on the Red House. He only clean it, you know. All the papers have it that they think killing people. And when election done, I can't remember his name, in both. He went up for the morning with the set up crazy people, take it down from the Red House and put up what he had to put up. And to the end, they nearly kill Robinson. They don't want a clean tongue. They don't want nothing clean. If she only go and clean that, you were surprised to see how they put you out. Leave Port of Spain how it is for me, please. Thank you.
Thanks so much for your contribution. Port of Spain, persons living within the Port of Spain area, would you say that that is facts? Would you say that is true? That is how you guys want it?
This also goes for every Trinbagonian who want to live in a foreign land.
They might ban me from Port of Spain, but I'm telling you, Port of Spain this morning looked just filthy. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mobile. I'm from Port of Spain, right? I have been from Port of Spain in and out, but right now I live in Shogona, down there. Must say thankful for Julian John because for the last 9 years, they're sending some small bus and people pack up like sardine. I see they start to run the double bus now. You within 2 and 3 hours to get a bus. Now I see like every half an hour you get in a bus. So they start in the work there.
Right.
But down country down there and Nelson Street and them places there, right? You know that police station they built up by down country there? It's a place where there's a sewage water flowing out there for years. And Skis cut an office right across there. That whole street nasty, a set of rubbish. They break down some building down there. A set of rubbish, filthy tongue in a state. And them people in tongue, they never forsake the P&M. That P&M stronghold. So why would they treat them down there so? Thank God I'm not living down there with the nonsense because they don't want no betterment, they don't want opportunities, they want nothing for the children. All they want to see is just P&M and wickedness. Them love wickedness down there. I go on, man.
This KFC, eh? You know what I also noticed as well? I noticed that you could literally see that like there are vendors around Independence Square. And they're leaving, some of the vendors weren't there obviously because it was early this morning, but I could see that they left back a lot of their rubbish.
Let us forget fights and grudges.
And some of it is a bit scattered, so I'm not too sure if it is that they would have put it in proper garbage bags and somebody probably came and dig it up, a dog or a vagrant. I'm not sure. But I was seeing a lot of coconut shells and I mean, you know, trust me. I just didn't like what I saw today, this morning. Hi, good afternoon, caller.
Good afternoon, again, Anderson. You talk about the unfriendliness of our country. If our leader was serious about cleaning up the place, then they would have the police officers aggressively out on the streets, just like how our police officers are aggressively sharing tickets. We would have been sharing tickets for persons who return, persons who leave in back garbage outside the business place, persons who empty in bins right on Charlotte Street, Frederick Street, you name it.
You know what, caller? You
have
a point, you know. You have a point. Because let me tell you something, eh? If they put that amount of energy, like the energy they put towards wrecking your vehicle, in cleaning up the nation, it would really be better too, you know, for real.
Of course. And you know, the thing is, we are a twin island state, right? We haven't tried anything that works in Tobago in Trinidad up to now. Tobago is always clean. Why haven't we looked at that model and tried to implement it here?
That's another good point. The chance I've been to Tobago, I've never seen Tobago in this sort of mess.
No, and they don't have a habit of littering. But you drive anywhere around this country, you will see people pelting things out of the car. Even police vehicles. You could see them pelting things out of the vehicle sometimes. And this is what we have to deal with as a nation. The persons in society doing wrong, and even the people who have the responsibility to make a change sometimes find themselves doing the wrong also. And not just that, you know, there's always an excuse or reason, and somebody trying to cover up or sweep under the carpet. But as I say, right now we just hopeful. I hope that persons who have the power feel inclined to do the right thing.
Thank you so much for your contribution.
We will continue to learn our voices. Yes, brother.
Yeah, man.
That's it.
Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is putting more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we
before it have another
tolerant
carnival,
production.
Carnival 2026,
To build
before our Minister of Culture,
I say, that is
comes to address us to tell us exactly what is expected for Carnival 2026. I hope before all the tourists comes here,
brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
That we could see some more work put into cleaning and really beautifying our country. Let us clean up Trinidad and Tobago. Let's clean up our capital city.
Anderson, good evening again. Another point I want to make. For the last 10 years, we have been paying 5% at the pump, right, to fix the roads. Check how much vehicles, every single vehicle in Trinidad and Tobago that puts gas every single day, how much times for the day, right? Check that at 5% for 10 years and check the amount of money that is. And look at the condition of the roads. You understand? Look at the condition of the infrastructure, the roads, signage, all these things. Nothing, absolutely nothing. You know how much billions of dollars that is? That go on there and nothing done? The health sector, that is another thing. Why we have to be paying health surcharge and you cannot get drugs in the hospital? You cannot get insulin. Right now, it have a shortage of needles and insulin. Eye drops is a problem. You know, look, I have to go for an echocardiogram. They're telling me that some of the hospitals don't have the machines, and who have it, some not working. So where is all these money being spent, all these money allocated to the health ministry and stuff? Where is it going? Why are we not getting drugs and all these things in the hospital? The amount of people suffering because of that. But yet still, we have to pay a health surcharge plus all those who have paid health surcharge already. Why we have to be suffering like this?
So a lot of money has been collected through different forms of tax. We should be seeing a different Trinidad and Tobago. If we are really to take,
this is what I have to say.
Pull a tape, pull a calculator, and really check.
And concentrate. Come, let us sit and
the amount of money.
Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production.
That has been taken
to build
in all different forms of tax.
I say that is the main foundation.
We should be able to see a different Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm not talking about this current administration. Before somebody decide that Anderson is talking about this particular administration, this new administration, no. I'm speaking in general. I'm speaking about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. When you look at Trinidad now, there's things, there's simple things that we shouldn't be facing. No one should even have to come on a radio station. No one should even have to be able to, to go to any media to say that the capital of their country is smelling like a dump. No. Because mind you, all of these ministers, if not all of them, the majority of them do travel, and they do travel around the world. Whether opposition, current administration, you name it. These politicians, they all travel.
So come let us work hand in hand.
And they see particular countries and the condition of the countries and their capital. how they keep their streets. You trying to tell me that no minister, none of them, nobody decided that, okay, that we need to be able to follow a pattern? Even like one of the callers said, whatever is the pattern, whatever is the measures that
so much of things that we need to see about
that are implemented in Tobago, why haven't we taken up some of those and tried here in Trinidad? Maybe we have, maybe we have. I could be wrong. But I mean, we going all around the world. Can't we not try to
because now more than ever
pattern some of these things? Some of these countries, some of the ways they clean, some of the ways they keep it clean.
A strong and better nation, I say, that is the main foundation.
Hi, yeah. Yes, KFC, welcome.
Yeah. You see where the pen and grey free last 40 something years importers screen or LV supermarket, you know. The labash right there, wait for me to talk to look.
I really believe KFC should go a comedy festival. I don't know if KFC just have it right down and you just wait for the moment to just hit it. The Street 919 FM, you're through the DJ Anderson. Chris abandoned me today. So if you guys realize you all got much music, it's because Chris abandoned me today. I'm only kidding. You know, sometimes there's so much work that needs to be done, so he's working behind the scenes.
Now is the time to come home and
it's now about 12 minutes to the hour of 4 o'clock. So I would see if it is we could squeeze in a few more calls. You can also send your voice notes as well. Those numbers are 3420081 and 4665391. To all the crews that are leaving their office right now to head home, I hope that you guys had a good day. For the ones that work outside, and today was a wet day, so most times when it's wet on the outside, sometimes, most times, they might say, well, you know, we'll pay you guys for the day. Now some jobs, then it will have others that obviously once it's raining outside, they will tell you no work today. But for the ones that they'll rest today, for whatever reason or the other, I still hope that you guys had a good day. I hope that God made sure and provided you guys with a meal. And you guys are out tomorrow to face the grind once again.
Back and I'll die away.
Friend, Mr. Anderson. Yes, so good afternoon to you again, my friend, Mr. Anderson. Now, under the partnership administration, remember we were on a tax break. 5 years, no tax was collected, right? And when the PNM administration came into power, they started to implement the property tax and so on again, and raise other taxes and so on, right, for the government to generate revenue, right? And there was a lot of hindrances. That administration only started to collect taxes, I think, last year. Last year, I paid my first property tax. And in come this UNC or whatever they call it. What is this? The coalition of interests, and they come in again And now they're telling us, well, we're supposed to have our tax breaks for our next 5 years. Because I'm not paying any tax under this government because that's what they taught me, right? They teach the nation that ask the tax, right? So, as you can see, the PNM has tried, right, to generate revenue, earnings and so on to get things right. But here we go again, okay? So, they can't tie me up with that kind of nonsense. Thank you.
Hand in hand, because this is our land.
Voila! As they say, you know, they're gonna find other ways to be able to create that income for Trinidad and Tobago. And we wait. We wait and see exactly what happens. This will be my last caller. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. I want to tell you that you know what he's done for us already. He said he wouldn't get top with that all the long he don't get top already. Because when somebody could ask you to make downward adjustments, right, while they in a position where they can afford to take a few cuts, doing the opposite, accepting a double-digit increase, $1 million back pay. Never look once at what they enjoy that they could cut back on. But have ministers going on platform and advising you how to spend the money that you earn in your kitchen by not cooking macaroni for every week or whatever. You're done tired now. You're done tired when you're coming out and support that rubbish.
All right, caller, I don't mean to cut you off, but the bill's coming up, right? But thanks so much for your contribution. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is where I pull down curtains on this show. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, from 12 straight to 4 p.m. All right, you guys keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. On behalf of Chris Beats, son, yours truly, DJ Anderson. You guys have a good afternoon.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Think you've got the spark to light up the airwaves or the drive to seal the next big deal? The Street 919 FM is on the hunt for fresh voices and bold talent. Whether you're a natural-born entertainer ready to command the mic or a savvy sales star ready to crush targets,